you. Thank you very much to the organizer and specifically the Holy Cross Science College who have been allowing me or calling me every time to discuss about the contemporary issues. In continuation of my last year talk, this year I am trying to be discuss about the new parameters, that is with respect to IPR and AI, how we can navigate the nexus of the innovation. The things have been bifurcated into two categories. Number one, part one, and second is part two. Madam, I think I am audible to you. Hello. Anisa, madam, I am any audible to you. I hope I am audible. Now, when we start it, before we begin, let us understand the importance of the strategic value of the IP, that is intellectual property. Once the intellectual property is coming, then the intellectual property right is coming into picture. So whatever the research we do, maybe the literature review on the social science, any type of the invention we do, in the case of the chemical reaction, development of the electrical and electronic product or patent product, we are going to be make some innovation. So those are going to be covered under the category of the IP. As we know, the cell phone is originally for the purpose of communication, but the moment digital camera, name camera have been adjusted, yes, I'm not audible to you. Yes, tell me. Yes. Can I continue? So those research venues are going to be applicable for us. So we can continue that there are the mainly five types of the IPRs, intellectual property rights are there. Those are being administered by the Intellectual Property Office. Intellectual Property Office is being working at a global level and it plays a key role in supporting the innovation and productivity by delivering and granting the quality and timely the IPIs. Kinds of the property we have are basically number one, the see, first we have to understand that how many type of property an individual, a firm, a corporate, a public sector unit, or government has it. So those are being bifurcated into three categories. Number one, movable property. Like we can say car, pen, furniture, dress, machineries are going to be considered as a part of the movable property. Immovable properties are going to be which cannot be moved from one place to the another place. Like example is land and building. Third type of the very important intellectual property right is coming, and that is basically literary works. Like writing a academical book, fiction book, not fiction book for supporting the society at large and conveying or making the knowledge dissemination among the society at large is covered under the literature work, which is being come into existence as a part of the copyright. There are going to be the inventions have been done of the by chemical industry, by pharma industries, by electrical and electronic industries. They are coming out with a new type of the product. And there is going to be the fourth stage that is known as the innovation. That innovation is the patent product only. We are making a few changes. Those isn't seen to give the higher level of the benefit to the users of the particular product. We have the very great example is being available of the cell phone. Cell phone is basically made with an intention for the communication purpose. But the way there is an innovation have been done and the digital camera lens have been inserted into the cell phone, resulted into the value of the cell phone have been changed. And that's basically known as the innovation because two types of the products are being joined together and results into the one type of the new benefit to come. So intellectual property, yeah, or intellectual property we can convert into six categories. One is coming to the literary work, which may be fiction based, non-fiction, autobiography of an individual or so, is also covered under the same. And then there is going to be the points to be happen with respect to the industrial property to come into picture. Like we can say that trademark is going to be basically giving the right of a particular type of the brand product and so. So those trademarks are going to be quite useful in the normal cases. And those trademarks are going to be specifically benefiting to the society at large because it's going to be give the intellectual rights being happen to the individual organization on a regular basis. Then there is going to be the second thing is coming that is with respect to the patent. Those paper patents are going to be the discovery or the optimization having happened of a particular type of the product. And it is going to be of the view of the inventorship. Someone is inventing something, and it is going to be sometime based on the prior artwork. Third is going to be the design, where the product designs are going to be made in such a way that product is in better way utilized by everyone on a regular parameters. Fourth is going to be the geographical indication. Like we have been talking about certain specific goods belongs to the particular regional area and they have been getting the GI geographical indications. Like we can say the South Indian Silk Road or we can say that Kashmiri art is going to be get the geographical indications. These one are being covered under the intellectual property right. In intellectual property rights enforcement is going to be happen with respect to the what is the meant by us for the IPR. So there we have to look toward very categorically that how the IPRs are going to be worked. So it is basically going to be related to the tips. TIPS stands for trade related aspect of intellectual property rights. Those TIPS agreements have basically happened by the multilateral laws, means between the two countries or the more than two countries, there is a agreements have been made. And once those particular TIPS agreements have been made, that is going to be make the effective, balanced, and fair procedure available for the every inventor of the intellectual property. Now, Government of India have specifically tried to make the intellectual property right enforcement beneficial to further economic and social welfare. They have played a vital role in extending the timeless services to the creator, to the people over the country. And that is why we know the UGC also, and through the UGC supported authorities, we are basically the intellectual property rights are being available to be registered with them. So now the question is coming that when such type of the benefit is being available at a global level by having a TIPS agreement, trade-related intellectual property right agreement, or when the government of India tries to be do something. So the question is coming that at last, what is the meaning of the IPR? So IPR is basically the intellectual property right, which is a creation of the human mind is happen. Any type of the human mind creation is being happen, that is covered under the intellectual property right. Now tangible property, their creation is value added, has value added. And as with property, it needs to protect it. So we can say that when I try to be develop the modern approach of accounting, which is basically the creation by the human mind to develop the accounting without debit and credit, and that is the intellectual property right as income. But it needs to be protected because it is a creation being done by the individual. So that is the way intellectual property right give the protection to the inventor, creator of the literary work, invention, innovation. I use the three words: literary work, invention, and innovation. This is a very important. Our UGC is specifically trying to be supporters for the innovation parameters. While copyright is being covered by the Indian Copyright Act also and International Copyright also. Whenever there is an invention have been done, those are being covered under the category of the specific patent, trademarks, and so. So it is support us to helping them to exploit and control their IP. So our individual property right is being controlled by that. The very important point is that the exclusive right is granted to us by the state. Here the state means any state government, central government, any country, government of any country, of specific country, to prevent others from using, manufacturing, or distributing. It means that using your own literary work or invention or innovation, they stops they give you the right to manufacture it, distribute it. It means that you can send it to the other party or you may send it on the base of the warranty parameters. So it is going to be the invention can be happen, which is chemical based, pharmaceutical based. There are certain changes have been done in the processes of the management, processes of the service provider. Service provider is also being capable enough to get the IPR. Like a banking system, when they are making some parameters specifically to safeguard the interest of the customer from the cyber crime also. And if some specific parameters have been developed, they are also getting an intellectual property right for this. And then third is going to be their applications. Those applications can be done for the society benefit at night, and it is going to be based on new or original designs. Means some of the minor changes can be done in the original design. Trademark, new plants, varieties, or any type of the database, what I said about the banking system. The same way there is a fintech companies are going to become with a database management system. IT and literature even. It means that if the someone have tried to be make a specific type of the joint and those joint covered under the modern artistic level or own type of the own time artistic level, then those persons are going to be considered covered under the same. Literature work I already explained with respect to fiction and non-fiction. Such person who is getting the IP, intellectual property right, are known as the right owner or the right holders. Those right owners and right holders are going to be right holders or right owners are going to be considered in the better fashion. Now the IP chain is basically consists of the five type of the activities. Number one is going to be covered under the category of the creation of the specific pattern product. Like person may develop some type of the new mathematical equations that is going to be covered under the creation. Development of the new type of accounting theory is also covered under the category of the creation. Second is going to be the innovation. I already explained. Now, whatever the creation and innovation have been done, those are going to be commercialized by some another party. And that party is known as the third party, to whom the contract is going to be given. Like in the case of copyright, any literature work is being done, any formulas are being developed, these are going to be the creative. Now those commercialization use is going to be given by for the literature work by the author for the commercialization to the publisher, and that is going to be covered through the legal agreement like a copyright agreement and so. Now once those particular copyright agreements have been made, or in the case of the technical product, licenses have been given to the other party. It is going to be protect the interest of the original right holder. It means that in case of the some misuse have been done, he or she will be in a position to get it enforced through the application of the court of law. Means they can approach to the court of law and some remedial action can be done by the legal way or through the arbitration. That is up to the depends on the right holder. And so IP is basically considered in a two parameters. At this point, one is being considered as an intellectual property right. To consider it as a vendetta, I have shown the symbol of the books because books are basically covered under the one type of the intellectual property right. On the right hand side, I try to show the symbol of the US dollar, which is basically talk about the intangible weight, which is easily appropriated and reproduced, like a design of the particular electrical product, automobile vehicle, any electronic product, any household product. Those are going to be appropriated and reproduced. So by the way of franchising or so, it can be given. Like when we know towards the chain of the restaurant and particular food product, they are getting the high value or the high acceptance by the society at large. That main Hyundai is not in a position to approach every place. So he gives the license in the form of the franchise to the other party. And once it is being created, there is going to be the marginal cost of reproduction is going to be negligible. The reason is that the reproduction is going to be done by making a very minor changes in the working of the organization. So loan of the IP as an intangible product property is coming in a four specific parameters. Number one, it is the economical rights given to the creator, right holders, that you can utilize it. For the fiction, non-fiction, academic formula developments, academic writings, economic rights are being given to him. The commercial exploitation of the owner of the IP is going to be done by the publisher in case of the literature work by another manufacturer or service provider by reproducing the product. Now, whenever intangible property right is there, either capital expenditure have been done. Those capital expenditure is basically the putting up the time and effort. So mainly going to be the intellectual property right owners mind and time mentality apply is going to be give the opportunity cost because once he is going to be do the intellectual property development is going to be forgone another activity. Now this intellectual property right going to give the benefit over the longer period of time. So it's covered as a capital expenditure. When any company like a Tensha also automobile manufacturer company transfer the technology. As we know, in India, in the last decade of the last century, or second last decade of the last century, Maruti Company Limited of India have made a technical tie-up with a Suzuki. And in India, the manufacturing of the Maruti car is being started. That is the transfer of technology. Culture development. I already mentioned that as a geographical, as a GI, geographical indicator, there are going to be the specific products are being available from a particular area. Like a Kutchi handicraft, there are going to be the certain specific type of product of the South India, North India, particular state, tehsil is going to be get the GI protection. Now that GI protection gives you the concerned development benefit. Because of the GI, the concerned development having happened. Now the question is happening that why this IP protection is being given. The IP protection have been given for recovery of the capital expenditure done for the development of the new product by the right producer, by the producer of the right, by the producer of the particular product. Second is going to be the research and development activities are going to be happen. Those research and development activities will bring the specific parameters to the knowledge of the service provider or the inventor that how the research and development is to be performed so that majority benefit can be happen to the society at night. Now once the new product is developed, there is going to be the marketing and advertisement is done. As we know that nowadays the electronic vehicle points have been started. So there is a heavy marketing and advertisement expenditure have been occurred for the same. Fourth is coming to us with respect to the no fee notice. It means that no one should utilize your intellectual property outcome at free of cost. So certain type of the commercial and financial benefits should be available. No one should utilize your IP, your patent, your copyright without passing on the benefit to you. By considering that particular parameters, the IP protection is required. Once the IP protection is being happened, so it is basically increasing the non-followers for a particular company. As such, we know that Apple laptop have certain more security base, so it gets its own non-followers being happen, and the product set is coming on the repeated basis. And once the product set is coming on the repeated basis, that resulted into the profit to happen. So very categorically, the intellectual property is going to be can be shown by you as a right, as a Honda right. It can be bought by the user to take the benefit of the commercialization. It can be niched out or anthem basis where I say that restaurants are giving creating their chain of restaurants and give the franchise. So it is one type of the niche or the anthem parameters having coming. I am not coming to the technical definition of the franchises and so. There are slight difference, but for easy understanding, it is one type of the niche or anthem parameters. Now those intellectual property right is going to be passed under the way. Like a author can give their copyright to their children up to the next 50 years after their date. It is going to be free of cost being available. So he can pass on those particular under the will and the benefit can be assigned to third party also or their family member also. Now this is what I discussed specifically with respect to intellectual property right. I hope everyone is clear about the intellectual property as a property. Oh no. So now I am proceeding on the very important parameters of the artificial intelligence. And after the artificial intelligence, we will be discussing about the nexus between the two and the problems we are going to face and what are the solutions are being available. Because knowing the problem is important and at the same moment we should know what should be the solution. So now as we got the basic idea about the intellectual property, now we will be taking another 40 minutes or so for discussing about the artificial intelligence before we move to the nexus. What is AI? AI is basically the abbreviation given to the artificial intelligence. Now, very categorically, word is used here. After refers to the simulation of human intelligence process. Means whatever the intellectual capacity available intellectual neuro circuits available in the human mind, through which they are stimulating, they are exploring, they are predicting the future level of action. Now, when same type of the processes are going to be done by machine, very specifically the computer system, it is known as the artificial intelligence. I'm repeating the point that as the human mind have the different type of nerves are there, those neuroscience talks about the nerves are being affecting to the each other, and based on that they are in a position to understand the past event happened, present environment, and based on that they can work out what is going to be the future scenario. They can simulate that situation and they can find out the solution before the problem occurs. Or when the problem occurs, they find out the better solution. Pre-problem level or, or post-problem level, both level, human brain is working. The same thing, same processes are being done by machine, especially the algorithm-based programming have been done and machines, that is the computer system I see here, have been informed about doing the simulations that is known as the artificial intelligence. So this process includes learning. Now whenever we say the learning, it means that we should acquire the information and use for using it. That's what I say. As a human mind, something is happened, then our mind goes to the past event. And we try to say that in the past when this thing has happened, how we saw it. What are the situation problem have been happened. And based on that we are using those particular information. And those information we are creating in the capacity of the cause and relationships. It means that by cause and effect relationship, we are making a reasoning in a very proper way to reach to the approximate, normally acceptable conclusion. Sometimes we may come to the definite conclusion also, but it depends on the situation. But I say normally that we get the 99 percentage definite conclusion we can get it. There is a scope is available by the human mind for the 1% deviation. But when we come to the artificial intelligence, we have to say 30 to 40 percentage. There are the chances of the error. This is the one of the very significant negative parameters of the AI, that you cannot have the level of confidence more than 60% on that. For academic purpose, for education purpose, and learning purpose. And based on that, we can do the self-correction of us. So the primary goal of the AI, very important, primary goal of the AI, to enable the machines to perform the task that typically require certain parameters to be happen to us. So it is going to be provide us the human cognitive abilities. As a human, we are getting the cognitive abilities. AI is also going to be get the cognitive abilities, and based on the data set, database available, they are going to perceive. AI is going to perceive, reason, learn, and act. Very importantly, they will perceive the things, they will reasoning out the situation, they learn from the data set, past experience, and act in the complex environment through the support of algorithm processing. So AI system is basically learn and operate through the data-driven systems. Now, whenever we are saying data-driven training, so models are trained on the extensive data set to learn the pattern. So whoever, some of you or all of you must be using nowadays the chat GTP in your educational activities to do the to develop the nation plan, to develop the short answer type question, long answer type of question. You try to do it. So what the AI system is doing? AI system is going to pick up the data available across the web, across the cloud computing based on the license available to them. Now, whenever we go to ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, or anyone, we are supposed to give the proper prompt. Once we assign the proper prompt, the AI system is in a position to generate the proper level of the output. And at the end of the output, they will ask you, would you like to elaborate some point further? If you say yes, you can get the more points having available for that. So that is a data set having extensive data sets having used to learn the pattern. Now those on things have been done through the algorithmic processing. Algorithm analyze the data to identify the structure and coordination. Like I say, I just give the practical example. Few days ago, in my college, students were of the opinion, sir, your modern approach of accounting is bad. How can we go to ChatGPT? I say you just type modern approach of accounting by Parisa and you will get the all important information. Along with the book's number, book's name also, and linkages have been given for that. So they can go towards that particular level and they can understand that where other researchers have also used it. So this is basically done through the algorithm processing. Now algorithm processing is doing the pattern recognition. They are trying to work out the pattern happening. Like if we go to the AI and try to say that what is the significance of nation plan in the subject of economics, say for example, then they will try to develop for you the nation plan and they say that what should be the structured way you should go. It means that the AI have tried to be moved towards the data set available in the cloud computing. From that they pick up some pattern, redesign the pattern and give it to you, the pattern of the nation plan. They are also going to give you the certain type of the probable assignment question for each nation plan once you prompt it properly. So it applies to the learned knowledge. Here very categorically I say that they goes to the data set of the cloud computing. They learn the knowledge from that and then they answer you based on your specific prompt given in the AI. Now, once that AI system is used by you, it gives you the idea for the continuous improvement. Like they are asking you the question, Would you like to present it by image? Would you like to visualize in some way? Would you like to elaborate? Would you like to condense it? It means that they are giving you the continuous improvement for fine performance based on the data available already captured by that. New data can be available based on your feedback. So, diverse application of the AI, diverse application of the AI is going to be happen with respect to the 6 specific points. I try to bifurcate the diverse application of the AI into the 6 specific points. Number one, healthcare. Coming to the very detail of that, age in diagnostic. Yes, some of the AI platform like Copilot, Copilot is already saying that you can show the prescription of the doctor, photocopy of that you scan it, and leaving say that what type of the diagnostic, what type of the healthcare problem you have. Or when you say that some type of the healthcare problem is there, they are indicating that what it can be done. They support you for the drug discovery. It means that if the person is getting some type of the seasonal problem, and once he go to the Gemini or any chat GPT parameters, GPT, he will get to the idea about the different type of the drugs are available. Now in our personalized treatments, whenever you have a certain medicines, I will coming to the much costlier level than you think it. Then in those particular case, they will show you the substitute medicines available of a particular company with a company name with a price tag. So healthcare facilities get the support of the diverse application of the healthcare. Second is coming to the finance side, which is basically used for the fraud detection. When we say that cyber fraud is happening, they are going to be give you the fraud detection idea. As we know, nowadays whenever we are picking up our cell phone or we are getting some link, we are getting the message that is a spam. Now,